Today on People Now.
That was what I thought they wanted.
Taylor Swift getting real in her new documentary, Miss Americana. J-Lo takes fans behind the scenes of her Super Bowl halftime show rehearsal. Plus, it's Grammys weekend. We've got a preview to get you prepped. Makeup mogul Charlotte Tilbury gives us tips to look red carpet ready. And everything we know about Meghan and Harry's new life in our royal record. It's all live today on People Now. Let's go. Hi everyone, happy Friday. We made it through the week. I made it through without Jeremy in New York with me. It was kind of boring, didn't have anyone to banter with, to sing with. People in the control room probably really happy about that. Jeremy's in LA where he's been all week. So we have a great show to get to. But first, we talked a little bit about this on our show yesterday. This Dolly Parton challenge is trending right now. Dolly posted a meme with pictures of herself for each social media site. It took off. So many people and celebs have jumped in to share this. It's all over my feeds. Like Jennifer Garner, Terry Crews, Viola Davis, Ellen. People are even using their pets. It's really creative. So Jeremy and I did our own. So here's mine. There you go. They kind of all look like Tinder pictures, honestly. Like the LinkedIn is a little seductive for LinkedIn. Jeremy,
yeah, LinkedIn's a little Tindery.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yours was really good. A little thirsty though on that Tinder.
But I will, disclaimer, the tattoos are fake. Me looking like a thirsty tool, 100% authentic. So there's that. And then I went one step further to show the reality. This is a creative
That's
genius.
amazing.
Look at this. There's real life, everybody. All right. So there's that. What do you think?
It's pretty good. Yeah, no, I saw that on Instagram.
All right, guys,
and it was really great.
What do you think about that one? Yeah. All right, it's Friday. The weekend is here. There's a lot to get to. We start off with this. Watch.
I think that Taylor Swift, she is annoying.
All of her model friends.
Too good. Going through guys like a train.
She's too skinny.
Nobody physically saw me for a year. And that was what I thought they wanted. I had to deconstruct an entire belief system.
Toss it out and reject it. American glory faded before me.
It woke me up from constantly feeling like I was fighting for people's respect.
Swift getting real in her upcoming Netflix doc. It's called Miss Americana, and that doc premiered at Sundance on Thursday. In it, Taylor opens up about being triggered by paparazzi pics, even revealing that she'd see a, quote, picture of her where she looked like her tummy was too big, or someone said that she looked pregnant, and she said that'll just trigger her and she'll starve herself a little bit, just stop eating. That was the way she put it. And today she says she knows that if she eats and takes care of herself, she can do it all and not feel a lack of energy or feel drained. Taylor further explained her relationship with food during a recent cover story interview. That was with Variety. She said this: I don't know, or I didn't know if I was going to feel comfortable with talking about body image and talking about the stuff that I've gone through in terms of how unhealthy that's been for me. I'm not as articulate as I should be about this topic because there are so many people who could talk about it in a better way, but all I know is my own experience. That was her quote. After the premiere at Sundance, Taylor sat down for a Q&A with the doc's director, Lana Wilson, thanking her for ensuring that she felt safe while filming. Miss Americana drops on Netflix Friday, January 31st. You can check that out. And if you or someone you know is battling an eating disorder, you can contact the National Eating Disorders Association. It's 1-800-931-2237, or you can go to nationaleatingdisorders.org. Always a good reminder. All right, we move on to another musician opening up on a really tough subject. Billie Eilish has revealed that she almost took her own life. In an emotional interview with Gayle King for the Gayle King Grammy special, which aired Thursday, Eilish revealed that she struggled with mental health amid her newfound fame and had spiraled into depression. In the candid interview, she told King that she was unhappy in 2018 and called herself joyless. Eilish, who's now 18 years old, even admitted, quote, I genuinely didn't think I would make it to 17. While explaining the lyric, I Want to End Me, in her song, Bury a Friend, Eilish remembered one time that she was in a Berlin hotel room alone, thinking about how she was going to kill herself. She credits her family, specifically her mom, and the power of therapy for not ultimately taking that step. And now she says that she's in a better place and has a message for any of her fans struggling with similar issues. Watch.
Please take care of yourself and be good to yourself and be nice to yourself. Don't take that extra step and hurt yourself further than you can, and you can't take it back.
And a reminder here as well, if you or someone you know is considering suicide, contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. It's 1-800-273-TALK. You can also text STRENGTH to the crisis text line 741-741 or go to suicidepreventionlifeline.org. All right, 2 major tourist attractions in China have been shut down as officials work to stop the spread of the coronavirus outbreak. In a statement on Friday, Shanghai Disneyland announced that it would be temporarily closing in order to ensure the health and safety of their guests and the cast. The park will close starting on Saturday. No reopening date has been announced as officials will continue to monitor that situation. Meanwhile, according to Reuters, parts of the Great Wall of China near Beijing will also be closed indefinitely to visitors. That's starting on Saturday. Celebrations for the upcoming Lunar New Year, the country's biggest holiday, have even been canceled in some cities. According to the New York Times, as of Friday, Chinese health officials report that 26 people have died from the illness, while 830 people have been infected. While the virus started in China, it's since spread into Japan, South Korea, Thailand, Singapore, and Vietnam. The United States announced on Tuesday that the country's first case was identified in a man in Washington state. Now, in the U.S., the Centers for Disease Control said that the risk to Americans is low. However, they have implemented enhanced health screenings at 5 major airports in San Francisco, New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, and Atlanta. The coronavirus can spread from person to person through the air or by touch. The symptoms typically include trouble breathing, fever, coughing, headache, and a sore throat. All right, switching gears completely now. We're going to watch this. Take a look.
I'll just be here on the 25-yard line waiting for my cue.
Jennifer Lopez gearing up for her Super Bowl halftime performance. Just 10 days before the big game, she shared a behind-the-scenes look at her rehearsal process on Instagram Thursday. J-Lo insists at the beginning of the video that she's ready to go, and we have to agree she looks ready to take the field there. She isn't the only one hard at work prepping for that halftime show. Shakira, who's also performing alongside her, has also been counting down the days. She jokingly shared a video of herself tossing the old pigskin around, captioning it in part, quote, "Stepping up our preparations." What do we think? Have we maybe found Eli Manning's replacement here? I don't know. Let's don't talk sports. J-Lo and Shakira confirmed their co-headlining performance in late September for the February 2nd game. It also happens to be Shakira's birthday. J-Lo told Variety at the time, quote, "I'm excited. I think there's not a musical artist in the world that doesn't dream of performing at the Super Bowl." Adding, "Shakira and I are both excited to have been given the opportunity to do that as 2 Latin women in Miami. I think it's important in this day and age for 2 Latin women to be standing on that stage." You can watch this year's Super Bowl from Miami's Hard Rock Stadium on Sunday, February 2nd. It's on Fox. But before we get to enjoy the Super Bowl, we have the Grammys this weekend. We're pumped for this. People going to be on the red carpet, catching up with the biggest names in music. I cannot wait. This year, Lizzo leading the pack with 8 nominations. She is up for Record of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best New Artist, just to name a few. Other fan favorites include Billie Eilish and Lil Nas X. They're both close behind with 6 nominations each. Really big year for them. These 3 performers are competing in several of those same categories. It's going to be pretty interesting to see who comes out on top. Really competitive field. Of course, the Grammys isn't just about seeing who wins, also who brings it on stage. And this year's performances are absolutely stacked, from Lizzo to Aerosmith. It's going to be a variety of performances. It's going to be a really fun night. Demi Lovato will also be returning to the stage. She's going to be live for the first time since that drug overdose in 2018. Now, she actually hinted at new music back in November. We're excited to see what she's going to be performing, maybe some announcements during the show, something like that. We'll see. One of the special performances that the Grammys has announced is Old Town Road All-Stars. That's going to feature nominees Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus as well. Joining them will be K-pop sensations BTS, Diplo, Mason Ramsey, and other surprise guests. I'd say there are more people excited for that performance than anything else in the entire show. We want to know which performance you are most excited about. You can vote in our People poll or tweet us with the hashtag PeopleNow. We're going to check in on the results a little later on in the show. But first, wouldn't be the Grammys without some edgy, show-stopping red carpet looks. So I figured I'd give you my kind of the things that I want to see, what I'm most anxious to find out about. I don't know if you remember this. Post Malone, when he showed up for the American Music Awards, here was the look. You got the snakes. You got the, we got some bedazzled edges. Is that right? Is that how we would put it? No, I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do. And so I'm just curious to see how he tops this look that got a lot of attention. Taylor Swift also. I just feel like it's one of those years. In many ways, she's got the new doc. She's got a lot going on. I feel like all eyes are on Taylor Swift in many ways. So will she do something like this? Will she do another metallic type, I don't know, kind of a sleek look? Or is she going to go full ball gown, like princess vibe for the Grammys? We all know the Grammys is sort of the moment where stars can take it to the next level. It's the big show. Andrea, who are you most excited to see this year?
Well, you mentioned him before about Lil Nas X. I mean, the men have been stepping it up with their fashion games. So he wore this to the 2019 VMAs. I love it. The silver had a lot of lace, so I'm really excited to see what he wears. He's looking snazzy. I'm also really excited for Halsey because she has these elaborate looks. She wore this to the VMAs. It was really unique, beautiful sheer orange skirt and a top, a cool belt. And you can see that rainbow at her hair part. I think that's really unique and fun. So curious to see what she wears for the Grammys. All right, I have even more in Star Treks. We are kicking it off today with everyone's favorite friend, Jennifer Aniston. The actress hosted an episode of The Ellen DeGeneres Show, airing today in Ellen's absence. Now, it just so happens that the daytime talk show is filmed on the same Warner Brothers studio lot where Jennifer spent a decade playing Rachel Green on the hit sitcom Friends. So in honor of going back to her old stomping grounds, Jen decided to stop by the sitcom's Central Perk set. Yes, it's still there, all for studio tour purposes, and she shocked fans on the tour. Take a look at this.
And welcome to the set of Friends here at Warner Brothers Studio Tour Hollywood. This is the real set. Just sit right here, all for you. Who is your favorite friend?
I would say Ross.
But look right over here at this camera. I'm gonna take 2 photos of you, so act super excited like you already are. And lights, camera, and latte.
Ross?
Who's your favorite friend?
Joey.
Lights, camera, action.
Joey?
That was by far the biggest reaction from the bunch. That girl just keeps screaming. This is so funny. Jen really seemed to enjoy tricking everyone. At one point, after popping up from behind the couch and screaming, "Espresso," she told a pair of fans, "I know, it's the cruelest thing in the world." After another group of fans said characters Phoebe and Monica are their favorites, Jen responded, "I'll pretend I didn't hear that." This is just so hilarious. So of course, everyone really wants to see a Friends reboot. The cast has teased that a reunion of sorts is in the works, but not something scripted with them reprising their roles. Jen revealed to Stephen Colbert in October that something is happening, though she clarified at the time that they don't know what that something is. Well, fingers crossed. And in honor of some more Friends news, enjoy this moment from the series finale.
Oh, honey, I forgot. I promised Trigger that we'd leave our keys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there it is. It hurts. The Friends finale will forever pull at our heartstrings, as will this throwback photo that Courtney Cox posted on Instagram Thursday night. So Courtney shared a photo from the Friends cast's final dinner together before they filmed the series finale in 2004. She captioned the picture, "The Last Supper before taping the last one on January 23rd, 2004. She also shared a second photo of the script for the show's last episode. Friends co-star Jennifer Aniston commented on the post with a string of crying emojis. "Us too, Jen. Us too." Now, it's not the first time Courtney posted a Friends throwback. Last May, she shared a photo from a trip the cast took to Las Vegas together before the show first aired. They look so young there. And if that Friends reunion never happens, you can still watch the sitcom on HBO Max when it arrives in May. All right, Blake Lively is dealing with a little separation anxiety from her abs. The actress gave birth to her third daughter in October, and on Thursday, she wrote a love note on Instagram to her stomach muscles. Blake was sharing photos from her new movie, The Rhythm Section, when she posted this photo alongside the caption, "Looking for a good pic of me and Sterling K. Brown, but my abs look so good here," adding, "Dear abs, I miss us." Now, Blake previously shared a photo of her toned physique back in February of 2018 after working with her trainer to lose the weight she gained during her second pregnancy. She captioned it in part, "Turns out you can't lose the 61 pounds you gained during pregnancy by just scrolling through Instagram and wondering why you don't look like all the bikini models," adding 10 months to gain, 14 months to lose, feeling very proud. And while she may miss her abs, she doesn't want other new moms to feel pressure to lose any weight. In 2016, Blake opened up about women who are immediately back to their pre-baby shape, saying, "It's so unfair though, because it's so celebrated. It's like, this is what someone can look like after a baby. I think a woman's body after having a baby is pretty amazing. She went on to say, you don't need to be Victoria's Secret ready right away because you just did the most incredible miracle that life has to offer. I mean, you gave birth to a human being. So I would really like to see that celebrated. And we can't agree more, Blake. And those are your Star Tracks for today. And Jeremy, you have even more for us.
All right, so with this, former Nanny star Fran Drescher getting candid about her love life. Plus, it is award season. We're getting tips from makeup artist Charlotte Tilbury on how to get the perfect red carpet look. Stick around.
Harry returned to Canada this week to reunite with Meghan Markle, but gave a heartfelt speech before he left. We cannot help but be reminded of someone else. So here to give you all the details about that and all things royals, our People's senior news editor, Erin Hill, and our royal correspondent, Imogen Boyd-Weber. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Got the blue memo.
We did.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this. So Harry gave a heartfelt speech last Sunday about leaving royal life. So Imogen, what did he talk about?
Yeah, we sort of heard it all before. Harry gave a speech at an event organised for his supporters of his Centre Barley charity, which he launched in 2006 to support the mental health and well-being of children afflicted with HIV. He said in part, "Together you have given me an education about living." Now, the sentiment directly echoes the remarks given by Diana in 1993, 1 year after it was announced that she and Charles were separating. Diana spoke in an organisation close to her heart, the Brain Injury Association Headway, and announced her own withdrawal from public life, and similarly thanked those gathered for the education they gave her.
All right, so there's a new agreement in place, Harry and Meghan back in Canada. So Erin, can you give us a roundup of this new normal?
Yeah, so there's a handful of details we know now that they're dealing with in this kind of new world that they've found themselves in. They are no longer using their HRH titles, which is His and Her Royal Highness. They still have them, but they're not going to be using them in any official capacity. They're no longer going to receive public funding. However, they will receive private funding from Charles still. They've said they want to pay back the few million that was spent on the renovations for Frogmore. They're going to be spending much more time in North America, and the security details are still being worked out. So
Okay.
that's kind of what we're facing right now.
Now, Harry and Meghan got some public backing from Oprah.
They did.
So, Imogen, what did Oprah say?
Unsurprisingly, she's put some 1,000%. Does she want an interview, anybody? Just asking.
I think she does.
She condemned anyone who has anything negative to say about their decision, saying, "Who are any of us to stand in judgment of that? He did what he needed to do for his family." Gayle King was with her and equally supportive because guess what? I'm sure Gayle King would also love an interview.
Do you think we're going to see an interview pretty soon?
Well, the royal family do not want Meghan and Harry to do an interview, which is why they've bent over backwards to accommodate them. So
Okay.
we shall see.
We shall see.
All right, let's talk about the Queen. The Queen, just like us, she had to take a sick day. Erin, what's
She
going on
did.
here?
Yeah, we never like to hear this, of course, but she was due out on Thursday for her annual tea time with the women at the Women's Institute in Norfolk near her Sandringham estate. And at the last minute, she canceled due to a slight cold, palace sources told people. So, you know, it's good that she's taking care of herself, and if she's not feeling well, she's staying home, but, you know, we never like to hear that about
Yeah,
her.
of course. Hope she feels better.
Absolutely.
Imogen, talk to me about this TV show with Prince George, a satirical twist. What's going on?
Yes, coming to the small screen in cartoon form. HBO Max announced that writer and producer Gary Janetti's satirical Instagram page has inspired The Prince, a new animated comedy series. The popular social media page, which boasts nearly 900,000 followers, I think we're all following.
Oh, yeah. He is so funny.
Yeah, it spoofs the royal family from the perspective of 6-year-old Prince George. Okay, and wait for this cast. Janetti will voice the future king. Cast includes Orlando Bloom as Prince Harry, Condola Rashford as Meghan Markle, Tom Hollander as both Philip and Charles, and Alan Cumming as George's butler Owen. And I mean,
Amazing.
if you look at that Instagram page, it's just addictive.
Yeah, so for people that don't know, it's Gary Janetti on Instagram. You'll feel a little guilty liking the post, but it's pretty funny. Would the royals be happy about this show, or?
No, I don't.
I wouldn't
They are
think
not
they'd be
happy that Prince George is being used in this manner.
Okay.
However, it is funny.
Yeah.
I shouldn't really say that.
All right, let's move on. Amid all this royal drama, Kate Middleton has been keeping very busy, continuing her royal duties, her tour. She had a really good response when she received an unexpected job offer at a children's center. So, Erin, give us the details on this.
Yeah, so she set on this amazing 24-hour tour of the UK to support her early childhood development initiatives on behalf of young kids. And she found herself at a children's center in Wales, and she was, you know, on the ground helping kids, you know, as they were playing in the schoolyard, and at one point she was cleaning off a little girl's hands that were covered in sand, and one of the instructors said, "You're hired, you have a job," and Kate said, "I wish." And I actually do believe that. I think like if she wasn't a duchess, if she wasn't a royal, she would probably be working with children. She just loves them.
Yeah, she's staying busy. All right, thank you ladies for joining us.
Good to see you.
Moving on to this. Kicking off People Now's Heart Monitor today with some Instagram posts that had fans' hearts racing this week. It was a thirsty Thursday for Vanessa Hudgens. Vanessa debuting a new sunflower tattoo in a steamy Instagram photo in the wake of her split from her longtime boyfriend, Austin Butler. Here we go. In the pic, we can see her dainty new tattoo next to her left breast. She captioned one of the pics, and to conclude our hashtag Thirsty Thursday, there it is. Along with plenty of ha-ha-has there, she's letting us know that she's being self-deprecating, guys. It's not to be taken super seriously. Vanessa could also be seen laughing in a little video there, as well as posing for a photo alongside her tattoo artist, Dragon, or is it Dragon? I don't know. Tattoo reveal came hours after Vanessa posted several black and white throwback photos from 2017's Reminding Me music video, in which she was wearing a low-cut bodysuit. Earlier this week, a source confirmed to People that Vanessa and Austin had split after more than 8 years of dating. They'd been together since 2011, really a long-lasting relationship there. Fans first speculated about a breakup when neither of them posted photos celebrating Christmas and New Year's Eve together. They were on the scent at that point. Fans knew something was up. They had been long distance as they filmed projects in different countries. Then Vanessa was spotted out Wednesday night at the Lakers-Knicks game at Madison Square Garden. She could be seen cheering on the Lakers, drinking some beer, snapping some selfies, definitely enjoying herself. At the NBC Universal midseason party in New York on Thursday, Fran Drescher told Page Six she is not currently dating, but she says, we're not, some other revelations here. We're not worried about her. Here's why. The 62-year-old went on to add that she has, quote, someone on the side who is a friend with benefits. Get it, Fran. She was happy to explain their arrangement in more detail. Here's how it works for them. Since she says she sees him about twice a month, she says that is more than enough for her. All right. She calls their relationship no strings attached. She adds, it's delightful and delicious, but I've got a big life. And according to Fran, they don't date, they don't go to restaurants. Instead, they're all about a quiet night at home with a hot tub, some food, maybe a movie, and good conversations. And she says, yes, she did clarify they are having sex. All right. Fran was previously married to Peter Mark Jacobson for 21 years. They divorced in 1999. He later revealed to her that he's gay. She has since told People that her ex-husband is her best friend. And on Thursday, she added that their current relationship, quote, fulfills a lot of needs for her. She was also linked to the scientist Shiva Ayodhya, even tweeting that they had tied the knot in 2014. The couple split 2 years later. Let's move on to this. Camila Cabello teasing an epic Grammys moment with her boo, saying that if she and boyfriend Shawn Mendes win a Grammy for their hit song Señorita, they will accept the award in their underwear. Don't go crazy yet, though. During an interview with Radio.com, Camila was asked what kind of epic acceptance move she and Shawn would make if they won Best Pop Duo. She responded, quote, if Shawn and I win the Grammy, we will walk on stage in our underwear like 21 Pilots did, and that's a promise. That was her quote. Now, if you don't remember, back in 2017, the punk rock duo accepted their award pantsless. During their speech, the lead vocalist and keyboardist Joseph explained why they went without pants to accept the statue. He said this. This story starts in Columbus, Ohio, before we could make money playing music. As we were watching the Grammys, we noticed every single one of us was in our underwear, and we said, if we ever win a Grammy, we should receive it just like this. That was their explanation for why they did it, and as for whether Camila and Shawn will follow in their footsteps, probably not. Camila eventually admitted that she was just kidding, and she added, I gotta work out before I do that. But a win could be more likely. In November, Camila and Shawn took home an American Music Award for Collaboration of the Year for the same song. Of course, we wish them all the luck that they need, and 62nd Grammy Awards this weekend. We're really pumped for that. That is it for today's Heart Monitor. Back to you, Andrea.
All right, Aerosmith is celebrating 50 years together. They've survived breakups, world tours, ego trips, and rock and roll, baby. So we're celebrating the group's special milestone with Aerosmith, in their own words, 50 years of America's greatest rock band. It's a special edition of People that features behind-the-scenes photos and exclusive interviews straight from members like guitarist Joe Perry and frontman Steven Tyler. Tyler says in the issue, quote, when we were starting Aerosmith, we all lived together. I said if we get drunk together and have girlfriends together, we can be a band. Living together will force us into being a band. The group reflects on their lives and career from the early years all the way to looking ahead at their future. The 96-page commemorative edition revisits the best moments from their glory days, their wild ways, and their journey to where they are today. Plus, exclusive photos from their Vegas residency, both on stage and behind the scenes. This year, Aerosmith is being honored by the Recording Academy as the 2020 Music Cares Person of the Year. They'll be honored with that title tonight. You can catch us live on the Music Cares red carpet on People.com and all of our social platforms. And make sure to watch People and Entertainment Weekly's red carpet live stream from the Grammy Awards on Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. This special edition of Aerosmith, in their own words, 50 Years of America's Greatest Rock Band, is on newsstands now and available on Amazon.com. Makeup mogul Charlotte Tilbury stopped by People Now to tell us all about her new line of products called Pillow Talk. I got a bunch of products, I'm obsessed with them. After she gave InStyle's senior beauty editor Kayla Greaves the Pillow Talk look, Charlotte walked us through the new line, plus she broke down some red carpet trends as award season sparkles on. Take a look.
On Kayla today, we have done the entire Pillow Talk look, which we have used my fabulous new palette, which I used a lot on the red carpet, which I used on Salma Hayek. And this is actually, Kayla, we have used the look that I did on Salma Hayek. And obviously, we slightly adjusted because you're a little bit, well, similar skin tone, just maybe a little bit kind of redder skin tone. So we used one more eyeshadow. But let's talk about, before we go to the fabulous eyes that we've done, let's talk about the skin. With Salma, we wanted very precise skin. We wanted the skin to be, as you can see on Kayla, it looks really beautiful. We wanted that kind of very matte, fresh skin. So there's a freshness to it, but there's a kind of poreless, flawless complexion. So I started off by using my magic cream. I always say if you want a beautiful painting, you have to have a beautiful canvas. So I used my magic cream. Kayla, I know you know all about my magic cream.
You put that on first?
I put that on first.
Okay.
It's a moisturizer, but it really, it's super hydrating and plumping and makes you look incredibly radiant.
So let's talk about the foundation, because that's a really crucial element.
So foundation is crucial. So I developed this product actually, and it probably, I would have to say probably this and Magic Away, which is, they call the Spanx for the under eye. This is a concealer that goes under the eye, and it's amazing, and you can use it all over your face. This and this probably took me the longest 20 years of my career to get perfect and get right. This, beauty editors love it, celebrities love it. It has a cushion on it, and this cushion just smooths it onto the skin.
And what's also the key, because you have everyday makeup, right? And then you're taking it up a notch for a red carpet look. So what is the main difference for that?
So, okay, for the red carpet, I would say that you're seeing a lot of the trends being the kind of red carpet to the real way. Like if you look at some of the trends on the red carpet right now, like that skin is so gorgeous that you could see it in real life, but it's almost with the technology with which we're kind of creating products that are working on the red carpet, but then off the red carpet, you wouldn't be like, oh my God, she looks terrifying. Whereas before, I would say there was a big difference, right, between what red carpet makeup was and what you could really wear in real life.
Did you notice any other carpet trends or things like best looks at the SAG Awards and Golden Globes, because they're right in the middle of award season?
Yes, for a few different trends. There's the Salma trend, which is all these kind of, using this kind of Pillow Talk palette, which we're using the date look, all of these kind of gorgeous, they're sort of kind of reddish browns, so they've got a reddish undertone. So, and you've got a little bit of this, and this kind of beautiful, kind of dreamy berry pinks, right?
There's a lot of pinks. Do you think we're going to see that at the Oscars as well?
I do. And then there's kind of like the fresh pinks. So there was kind of the Salma berry pinks, the reddish undertones. Then you would see like Michelle Williams, who we also did her makeup, and all of those kind of very fresh, Charlize Theron, Jennifer Aniston.
Why do you think pink is having a moment right now? Because it's really popular.
It's really popular. I feel like it just makes everyone look very pretty in pink, darling. Pretty in pink.
Anything else for the eyes that we're going to see?
Yes, I think eyes, we have now, there's also, we also use these amazing, actually on Kayla, we've used a little bit of this kind of gorgeous Pillow Talk palette, where you kind of have these sort of shimmers. And I did a little bit of this. So you can just see this. The great thing about these kind of pinky, fresh, pretty tones. You can just do this with a finger, but we're seeing a slight metallic kind of soft wash. And then there was kind of Lucy Boynton, I think, who wore that kind of very fabulous, sort of a little bit Edie Sedgwick 60s, kind of very bejeweled eye.
Do you have a favorite product? I know it's hard to choose. You're choosing between your babies.
I tell you, it is. I mean, look, there's a reason this is sold one every minute, but I mean, this eye palette. So this palette has got 4 different looks in it. So I've used that one on Kayla, which is the date look. But the dream look we used on Michelle Williams and Busy Phillips. So you could just like 4 different looks, but these is very like on trend, kind of like all the kind of, we talked about the kind of pinks, the bolder pinks, the neutral pinks. So that I think is a total winner. Everyone needs the Pillow Talk palette.
What's a trend that you hope we kind of steer away from when it comes to the Oscars? Like a popular trend that celebs are doing.
I don't know. Do you know, I think when I looked at the Oscars this year, I found it, I mean, I don't know what you think, what you guys think, but I literally thought, actually, I was really loving the looks. I was like, this is really wearable.
The award season this year is going well.
Absolutely going well. There was no like, oh my God, maybe don't try this one on. I mean, listen, the Lucy Boynton one is like, it's a bit more of a trend, very fashion. I would say if you're going to be very young, you know, the bejeweled eye, then I would say if you're kind of younger, maybe a little bit more daring, that would be kind of interesting look. I think as you get a bit older, that's probably a bit unforgiving. Otherwise, I thought it was a pretty good season.
Well, she looks amazing, ready for the red carpet. How would you describe your red carpet look in 3 words?
How would I describe the Salma Hayek look that I've done on Gorgeous Kayla today? I would say very kind of pretty in pink, glowing, soft, beautiful undertones of heaven.
I didn't think it was all that risque, to be honest. I was just glad I had something to wear.
J.Lo has appeared in more than 30 films and sold more than 80 million records worldwide.
You just have to work harder than everybody else.
Always an advocate for girls and women, she opened up health centers for mothers and children in Puerto Rico, Panama, and the Bronx through the Lopez Family Foundation.
So true story. I'm not sure I've ever been as starstruck as when I got the chance to meet Jennifer Lopez on a red carpet. I mean, she's basically Superwoman. I kind of blacked out. It was a great time. I was saying words. I was so nervous to meet her. She's so cool. So it only makes sense that we are honoring her in the latest episode of People and Katie Couric's #SeeHerStory. It's a weekly video series celebrating female trailblazers from the past 100 years. To watch all of the #SeeHerStory episodes, head to people.com. All right, and we are taking a look at our question of the day. We want to know who you're most excited to see take the stage at the Grammys. So let's see what you guys are saying. BTS, not surprising. They have a huge fan base. Very excited to see them. I'm excited to see all those people. It's going to be a really fun show. All right, we'll be asking you a new question of the day next week on People Now, so tune in for that. And Jeremy, tell us more about next week.
Yeah, coming up next week, America's Got Talent, the Champions host Terry Crews joins us to talk about the show, fitness, and a lot more. Plus, we're joined live by Kelly Ripa. She's going to be sharing all of her health and wellness tips for women over 40. Can't wait to talk to her.
All right, thanks for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from this former The Hill star. Goodbye.
Hey guys, I'm Kristen Cavallari, and this is one last thing. The last great restaurant I went to was Bond Street Sushi here in New York. The last concert I went to was Vance Joy. The last show I binged on was The Morning Show.
Most people want to trust that the person that is telling them about the world is an honest person.